Welcome to Module 7 of the Trading Floors Futures Trading course. In this module, we will explore futures trading platforms. These are essential tools for any futures trader. Understanding the features and functionalities of the popular trading platforms will help you make a selection that best fits you. Overview of popular trading platforms. There are various trading platforms available to futures traders, each offering unique features and user interfaces. Let's take a brief look at each of the popular trading platforms. First note, the popular trading platforms each have pros and cons, but they are all supported by different prop firms, and all are free platforms with an account with the broker. NinjaTrader, known for its robust features and customizable interface. It is a favorite among advanced traders. It provides access to a wide range of indicators and analysis tools, making it ideal for technical analysis enthusiasts. Things of note, it is a stable desktop-based platform. Although they did recently launch a browser-based version, it is very robust, and for many, it offers the features to be able to program bots or custom indicators of your own. The platform also offers a lot of backtesting data for all of the futures trading markets. This backtesting data is available in a second-by-second format, allowing for more of a real-time or real-field testing environment. Second is Tradovate. Tradovate is known for its user-friendly interface. It offers features like one-click trading and advanced order types, making it suitable for both beginners and experienced traders. It also has a built-in trade copier tool for trading with multiple accounts, which can be very useful. It is also web-based, and they have a mobile application, so if you're interested in trading from your phone, Tradovate may be the right fit for you. TradingView, the platform that you may be most interested in and most familiar with. TradingView is a web-based platform that offers an intuitive interface and extensive charting capabilities. It allows traders to share and collaborate on ideas, making it a popular choice among the trading community, and you will find it most often used within the trading floor. Of particular note is the extensive amount of indicators available through the TradingView platform, specifically the trading floor's indicators, which can be used with any of the futures markets. Although the futures markets have not been backtested for the trading floor's indicators, you will see in later demonstrations that the indicators do work on those markets as well, allowing you to use the same indicators that you're used to seeing or may have an interest in the futures market. A quick platform recap. TradingView and NinjaTrader offer the best free backtesting platforms. NinjaTrader has years of replayable backtesting data, as well as the ability to script strategies and develop your own indicators with an extensive testing system. TradingView is one of the easiest and best for doing any type of technical charting, as well as the extensive indicators library that is offered there. Tradovate is a popular option through many of the different prop firms, as well as offering a mobile application for trading. Exchange data feed. No matter which platform you use, you will need a data feed from one of the futures trading exchanges, like CME. Prop firms cover this data feed in their challenge account fee, and then it becomes a reoccurring fee after you pass the funding challenge. A great place to start is TradingView at just $5 per month to get a data feed and be able to begin demo trading. I'll go over this more later on in this module. Risk management tips for each platform. As we've discussed, effective risk management is crucial in futures trading. Here is some information about the tools available to you through each of the different trading platforms. NinjaTrader's ATM strategies. NinjaTrader provides ATM or advanced trade management strategies, which allow traders to preset their desired profit target and stop loss levels when entering a trade. This helps traders stay disciplined and avoid emotional decision making during fast moving markets. Further, it ensures that each trade has a designated stop loss so your capital is protected. Tradovate's bracket orders. Similar to NinjaTrader, Tradovate offers bracket orders. These consist of 3 linked orders: a market entry order, this means what enters you into the trade, a profit target order in the form of a limit order, and a stop loss order in the form of a stop order. So no matter the platform that you choose, each is going to offer you the ability to easily enter trades and to protect your capital appropriately in the form of these bracket orders or ATM strategies. Now, the last platform is TradingView, and it uses its position tool for scaling your risk and placing the appropriate orders for you into the market. So TradingView offers a similar but more complex tool. Its position tool allows you to adjust your position size based on a desired risk level. By defining the maximum loss you are willing to tolerate per trade, it can help you automatically calculate the appropriate position size, as in number of contracts that you can trade, and help you to manage your risk effectively. When an order is placed based on the position tool, it will enter the appropriate number of contracts, as well as place the stop loss and take profit orders for you at the appropriate locations based on the positioning of that positions tool, take profit and stop loss. I think this is a pretty neat feature and makes the TradingView platform that much more robust through the ability to manage your risk effectively using the position tool. Let's take a look at the platform websites. This is NinjaTrader's website. Here you can see they're highlighting that they have a desktop platform. This is kind of a really quick view of that desktop platform. I did highlight some videos that you can go to see a little bit more about it, but looking at their website here, you can see that they have a section that's all about futures. Just a little bit of the basics. If you want to know and see what they have to say about it, this would be a really quick way to run through and see what they offer and what they have to say about it. Their pricing is in reference to having an account with them. They have a free version here, and they're pricing according to how much it costs to trade a micro or what they call standard, which would be a mini with them. And then you have the micro and standard based on having a monthly plan and a lifetime. You can see the cost drops. Okay, that's regarding their pricing. But with regards to their platform is free, okay? And their pricing here doesn't affect you using their platform. That's why I want to highlight that. Because they have this free option right here, you do have access to the platform. So don't think that you have to pay anything in order to be able to access it. So going over to the platform, it's a pretty typical spiel about the fact that they have a desktop-based platform. They now offer, again, because they acquired Trade-Evade, they now offer NinjaTrader web and mobile apps. When I go over the Trade-Evade website, this is going to look awfully familiar because it is the Trade-Evade platform. So the NinjaTrader desktop, though, that is their main platform where all of their indicators and their main functionality and trading really resides. And it's very well established, and it is very stable platform in which to use to trade on. I personally do use it. I use Trade-Evade as well when I want to do web-based trading. So I've used both of those. They're wonderful applications to use for trading. I also use TradingView. I have different brokers that I trade with, so I've used all of these different platforms and can highly recommend each one. So going through their website here, you can see they have a get started. That's just going to jump you over to logging in. Let's jump over to charting. They have a lot of different analysis tools that they've built into their application that allow you to do a bit more of an analysis. So they've got some order flow tools as well that are specialized to their platform. So different things like that they can offer. But they do allow, very similar to what you might be familiar with in TradingView, they have different indicators that you can add, overlay onto your chart, as well as being able to use different tools to draw, for example, boxes and lines and things like that. One last thing I want to highlight here, they talk about their simulator, and I had mentioned before that they have a wonderful back testing, a lot of data available to you, so that's what they highlight in here, is the fact that they have the ability for you to pause, play, rewind, take trades, you have access to a bunch of data. So this is the NinjaTrader website highlighting futures, their platform, and their pricing. They have also a wonderful support here. You can contact them. They also have a help center where they answer many questions and their frequently asked questions area. So if you do have things that you might consider to be maybe a more basic question and you don't want to necessarily jump right into a conversation with their support group, come over here into their support area and take a look at what they have here and see if you can find an answer to some of your common questions. You can see they have a lot of questions answered in here, okay? So that is NinjaTrader. Now let's go over to Trade-Evade. Again, like I said, based on that image I showed you, this will look pretty similar to what you saw in the NinjaTrader's web and mobile platform. And that's because, like I said, again, they acquired Tradeovate. Now, Tradeovate is primarily focused on a web-based platform. Okay, it's done in a web browser. They do have a desktop version, but most of their stuff is done in the web browser. And they are the guys that offer the mobile application. That can be helpful to some to be able to monitor your trades. If you're holding and you've gone out on some errands, that type of thing, that might be something that appeals to you. This one, again, also has its own host of different indicators that you can add and its own ability to, draw lines, draw boxes, that type of thing. So again, it has similar charting software available in it to do analysis. Okay, so on their website here, you can see that they have a section about platform trading. This is going to be information about them because they are a broker. Pricing, that's how much it costs working with them. This is the free, monthly, lifetime. Again, that's because that's their cost for trading with them. That's not the cost for the platform. So I don't want you to get confused about that. The cost to use their platform, it is free. Okay, you don't have to pay anything to be able to use their platform. Now, because they are a broker, you do need to open an account with them. Or if you're with a prop firm, for example, you would be able to use the Tradeovate software offered through that prop firm. And it will be the exact same software that you would find if you were to access it through the Tradeovate website. Just somebody has to provide you that account to be able to trade in, whether it's the prop firm or your own personal funds through a broker like Tradeovate. Okay, so navigating up here, they also have a really good knowledge center. So basic common questions, drop in here, ask them. They have good support. You can contact them and ask questions there. Again, trading, this is some information they find to be relevant to futures, as well as some information about their margins. And over here in the platform, we're going to drop in Tradeovate features. So trade anywhere. That was a really, really big factor because your other option was to, until different brokers were available through TradingView, your other option was a desktop platform that we just went over, NinjaTrader. So they were one of the first ones to really offer futures trading through the browser. Okay, so coming down here, they are highlighting some of their features are the depth of market, their charting ability, and their simulated trading. They do offer that as well, simulated trading and market replay. Okay, so you can easily come in here, click through, and kind of read a little bit about what features they find to be most pertinent, relevant to their platform. Okay, again, they do have the ability to trade anywhere because they have the mobile-based trading platform. Just like NinjaTrader has, they also have a language and an API that allows you to develop your own custom indicators. If I did mention that before, NinjaTrader has a very, very robust backend for developing out your own bots and your own indicators. So that could be something, if you're interested in that, that may interest you in using the NinjaTrader platform or here in Tradeovate. Last but not least, we have TradingView. And TradingView is the one that you will see me demonstrate most often in this course because it is a free platform and it allows the TTF indicators to be applied to the chart. Those are offered here through TradingView. It's also one of the most commonly traded platforms in the industry, okay? So when you access the TradingView website, accessing the platform is free. They do have a free version. They also have paid versions that you can purchase that get you additional features such as more indicators on your chart, that type of thing. I will leave that to you to investigate which option works best for you, but know that all of these are free platforms, so you do not need to pay anything to access the ability to trade outside of having a data feed. So underneath products up here, we're going to go into the charts. There you go. That launches their platform. And this is where you're able to do charting, analysis of what the market is doing. And they have the ability from this trade button down here to take trades. So going back to their website, the information here on the front is just about current market status, how it's moved, that type of thing. They have a list of brokers so that you can jump in there and kind of see different brokers that do tie in with TradingView. Not every broker is going to be there. There are only certain ones that have worked to comply with what TradingView needs in order to have that integration into their trading platform. TradingView itself isn't a broker, so in this instance, Like Tradeovate and NinjaTrader, they are brokers and they're a platform. TradingView is just a platform in which to trade from. They have information here about their community, like trade ideas, different scripts, indicators that have been created, information about markets, news, that type of thing. The products, again, is the main thing because you can see here charting is their main, that's the platform. That's going to be the main spot that you want to access. And then down here, you can see features, market data, and pricing. Features. This is where they're just going through the things that they believe are most relevant to their platform, the things that are make them unique compared to the other platforms that you're going to be able to access. And yeah, I will agree. Side-by-side comparison of different markets is a fantastic way to do additional in-depth analysis, as well as the fact that it allows you to put different time frames side by side. That is the same capability of putting different time frames side by side is available in the other charting softwares. Don't think that that's necessarily a unique thing here. This is just an example of how their platform looks and very neat feature. So again, scrolling down here, you can see some of the things that they believe make their product very robust and unique. And they do have the ability to do bar replay. Again, NinjaTrader is the best one I've seen for getting the most data available to do futures replay. I hope this quick overview of the different platforms' websites gives you an idea of kind of how to navigate around and where to look for some information that might help you to better understand which platform fits you best. Don't be afraid to dig into these websites and look for information about the platform and what will best serve you in accessing and being able to trade the futures markets. So that's a quick run through of each one of the broker websites. I hope that gave you guys some good information about what each broker offers as far as services, some of which being trading platforms as well, and a quick way to see their margins and the cost to trade through them. Again, the best resource you have is their website and reaching out to their customer service. I suggest you reach out to them if you're interested in using them as a broker or trading using their trading platform. Now that you know a little about each of the platforms and some of the benefits, let's dive into a platform demonstration. For this demo, I'll be showing off TradingView since it's simple, cheap, and integrates with the TTF indicators. For the other two platforms, I've provided links to videos on what they look like and how to use them. Each of the platform's websites is also a good resource for common questions and how-tos. In TradingView, I'll show you how to access futures instruments, add TTF indicators, the position tool for risk management, where to add in a broker for demo trading, and the CME data feed. I do go into more detail about these areas in Module 8 demo trading. Okay, let's jump into the TradingView platform. Okay, so in TradingView, you have many different tools over here on the left-hand side that are going to allow you to do things like technical analysis of the chart. For example, here you have trend lines that you can use. You can use lines to highlight different levels. You can see here I've created a list of tools that I commonly use, such as the box here that allows me to highlight an area that I may find of interest. Okay, so you have different tools available to you in TradingView. Now here I have highlighted the Australian dollar, US dollar, but we're not trading Forex, we're discussing futures. So to navigate over to a futures chart, you're going to click up here underneath symbol search, and you're going to type in the market that you are interested in. Specifically, let's go to the NQ. You can see here that is the NASDAQ 100 futures. If we expand this out, you have the continuous contract, which is right here, and then you have the current contract. The first one in this list is going to be the current contract that's being traded. So let's jump into that one. Great, so now we're into the NQ. Here you can see I have it on the 5-minute chart, and you can see that there are candles, price movement. Now on yours, there may be a little symbol here that's highlighted. It has, say, an exclamation point or something. Right here you can see I highlight over it. It says market closed. That's telling me status. It'll be green if I have a data connection. Yours might have an exclamation point, and if you highlight over, it might say delayed data. That's because you lack the CME data feed, which I'm going to show you in just a second how to get that. But here, again, you are in the NASDAQ futures. You can also navigate over to another market. So let's say you're interested in the S&P 500 futures, so ES. Pretty quick and easy to navigate using this symbol search right here. So any market that you're interested in for futures, you should be able to symbol search and access it that way. Okay, so now you might be wondering real quick here whether or not the TTF indicators work and what indicators you have access to. If you're not familiar with TradingView, this is not meant to be a comprehensive resource for you to understand how to use TradingView. TTF has some other videos on how to do that, and there are many available out there on YouTube that you can use, as well as on the TradingView website. So here, I just want to highlight that there are many different community scripts available to you, as well as if you are part of TTF, you get access to the invite-only scripts. So here you can add in a particular strategy or indicator that you're interested in. So let's say that I'm interested in Happy Trail. I can add that to the chart, allow signal repainting, and hit apply. Awesome. Now we have Happy Trail on the chart. Now, if you go through and look at how that strategy works, there's a lot of different options in here. But let's say that I'm interested in something that's filtered on a multi-time frame basis. I can come in here and I can say, I want my higher time frame to be the 15-minute. And to use that multi-time frame or higher time frame basis, I'm going to use case 2 or the multi-time frame case 3 down here. So we're going to use this and we're going to filter down to case 2, 15-minute, and we're going to say OK. And you can see that with those changes, you've got a different adapted Happy Trail that provides you with signals. Now, this is going to be very similar to what you see if you're going to look at the CFD. If you go and look at, for example, and I'll show you real quick underneath here, if we go to NAS 100, okay, and we look at Oanda, for example, what you saw over there and what you see here is pretty similar, and the price moving on the 5-minute chart. It's not necessarily exactly the same because as I mentioned before, the futures market is regulated, whereas the CFD is provided by that broker and is not a regulated market. But going back quickly here to the NQ, you're going to see that, what do you know, Happy Trail works. So the TTF indicators do work in the futures market. Because the backtesting that they did is on the CFD, you're going to want to do your own backtesting to ensure the results match what you expect them to be. But as you can see here, you are still getting signals and the indicators do work in the futures market. So now you might be interested in how you can do demo trading, and I get more into this in module 8. But down here, you have a trading panel. And if you expand this, you're going to quickly see that you have paper trading. That's your ability to demo trade. And that's what you're going to want to use initially when testing out futures. If you have a data feed, then you can tie that in here and you can paper trade, demo trade easily through TradingView, which I think is a wonderful opportunity to get familiar with a strategy and build confidence in your trading. These are different brokers that you have access to. Not all of these allow you to trade futures, but a couple that I had highlighted in previous modules for you, you're going to see here that you should be familiar with. And that's, for example, Tradevate or AMP Futures. Both of those are going to be brokers that you could go with for a personal account that would allow you to trade futures here. Or Tradevate, which is used by multiple prop firms, would be something that you could tie in your prop firm account into TradingView and be able to trade here in TradingView using TTF indicators, for example. Over here underneath paper trading, if you set that up, you'll be able to connect, and then you'll have a paper trading account that you can use, set up with whatever balance you want to use, and you'll be able to start taking trades in a live market. And that can be, again, really, really helpful for building confidence in your trading skills. But again, touching back on this, it may say that you don't have a data feed, and you're going to need a data feed, like I've mentioned before, in order to have current data for the futures market. Because it is regulated, that all comes through CME. You can quickly add your data feed up here by going to your profile and go to account and billing. So when you get into this page, you're going to want to scroll down and you're going to see this button that says add extra market data. This is where you can add in that CME data feed. And I'm going to show that to you again in the next module in further depth of how to go through and add that data feed in order to get current market data. But this is where you go to add it. You're going to see a lot of different options here. The one that you're most interested in adding would be the CME data bundle. Okay, here it's grayed out because I already have it through my broker. But in your case, it wouldn't be grayed out unless you have a broker account. So you'd be able to click add it, $5 a month, and you'll have current market data. Okay, so let's jump back over to the charts. Go up here to products, back to the charts. And I want to show you one last key point that I had highlighted, and that is the position tool for risk management. You may already be familiar with this if you've used TradingView before, but if you use the position tool here, for example, I can drop it on the chart, I can drag it, and set my stop loss. I can drag it and set a take profit, for example. And what's really great in TradingView and tying in futures is that you can take this and you can say trade, which opens your trade panel. Okay. And then if you right click on this, you can say create order. Okay. It's going to create an order for you that takes into account the selected take profit and stop loss. I think that's a fantastic and quick and easy way to set up your trade. And if you're, for example, using limit orders, this can be a really great way in which to nicely set all of those up. Again, I go into much more detail about this in Module 8. I hope this example was helpful to you in getting a quick overview of the TradingView platform and some of the benefits of using it. Module 7 has highlighted the importance of trading platforms as essential tools for futures traders. Understanding the functionalities of popular platforms like NinjaTrader, TradingView, and Tradeovate should help you make an informed selection of which platform fits you best. In Module 8, we will explore the benefits of demo trading and the best ways to start trading. Demo trading allows traders to practice their strategies in a risk-free environment before committing real capital. Welcome to Module 7 of the Trading Floors Futures Trading course. In this module, we will explore futures trading platforms. These are essential tools for any Welcome to Module 8 of the Trading Floors Futures Trading course. In this module, we will discuss options for demo trading futures and then dive into setting up a demo account in TradingView. Now, these are the top 3 options that I recommend and are easily accessible for demo or paper trading futures. Remember, you have to have a data feed for trading futures, either through a broker, prop firm, or from the exchange available in TradingView. The first option, and the one I'll walk you through, is TradingView. This is the option that will allow you to use a wide variety of indicators available in TradingView, including the trading floor's different indicators and strategies. Second, the prop firm TopStep offers a practice account where you can use the Tradovate software to live trade futures from the safety of a demo account. You will also be able to see and get used to their dashboard software if they are a prop firm you are interested in trading with. And the final option is a demo account through the futures broker AMP Futures. This broker offers you both a demo account and you can eventually put your personal trading account with them should you so choose. As I mentioned in a previous module, AMP integrates with TradingView, so you will have the opportunity to use the trading floors indicators and the ones available in TradingView if you link your AMP Futures demo account into TradingView. Now, let's dive into the specifics of TradingView and setting up your demo or paper trading account. I'm not really going to cover the basic uses of TradingView, as the trading floor already has a video covering these topics. Instead, I'm going to cover future-specific aspects and how to get started demo trading futures today. Specifically, I'm going to cover linking a broker or paper trading account, how and where to do this in TradingView, futures data feed, the CME Exchange data feed that I've mentioned before, how to set that up, taking a trade using a mini contract, specifically the NASDAQ or NQ as the example, taking a trade using a micro contract, again the NASDAQ MNQ as the example, and using the TradingView's position tool for risk management, setting your stop loss, and your take profit. Let's dive into those examples now. Okay, demo trading or paper trading in TradingView is actually quite simple. All you need to do is go down to this trading panel here, and you can link up either a brokerage like Tradovate or AMP Futures, like I mentioned before, this one being an option that's frequently offered through different prop firm accounts, and AMP Futures being a good personal broker. Both of those would be an option. But in this case, I'm going to show you for paper trading or demo trading, you come over here and it's as simple as clicking on paper trading and then saying connect. Here you're connected into a paper trading account. You have an account balance here, which you can also come into here and say reset paper trading account. You can select any size paper trading account you want. So if you're looking at doing, for example, a 50K challenge account through a prop firm, you would just say reset with typing in the 50K amount, and there now you have an account balance of 50K to work with. For many of you, you may see a little icon up here that says delayed data or something along those lines, and that's because you don't have a data feed. Mine doesn't show that because I do have a CME data feed through my broker. Now that you're logged into your paper trading account, let's get your data feed set up. To do that, you come up here to the left-hand corner where you're logged in to TradingView. You're going to go over to your profile and then to account and billing. Now, if you've scrolled down, once you've reached this page, you're going to see an extra data subscriptions. This is where you add in your data feed. As you can see here, I've already got these added in through my broker, but I'm going to show you how you can get the CME data feed that you need in order to start demo trading futures with live trading data. You do that by clicking Add Extra Market Data. Okay, this is where you have a lot of different options, but we're focused on futures, so we're going to select the futures filter here. And then if we scroll down, this is where you're going to see CME Group, E-mini included. This is the data feed you want. For me, it's already checked, again, provided through my broker, but for you, you would check this box right here. You can see it's $5 per month, and you would go to next, and then that will charge whatever credit card you have on file with TradingView, and that will give you that live feed from the CME exchange that you need in order to trade futures. Once you have that set up, you will then have live data through your paper trading account, and you will be able to demo trade futures. Let's get over to that now. Now, if you have that data feed linked up either through a broker account that you already have, or as I just showed you how to get it through TradingView's CME Data Exchange feed, you should now see a green little dot up here that says that you have a live data feed. You need to see that in order to be able to properly live trade in the paper trading account. Otherwise, you do have the option to do the bar replay through TradingView, but if you want to be able to live trade futures, you're going to need to have a live data feed and be logged into the paper trading account. Now that we have both of those things, let me show you how to navigate over to the NQ futures in order to take a trade. Up here, you can search for NQ futures. So we're going to go in here and just say NQ. Okay, that is the NASDAQ E-mini. That's the full contract E-mini for the NASDAQ 100. So if we expand this here, you're going to see the NQ1 exclamation point. That is the continuous contract. Or if you want to trade the specific active contract that is being traded, you would do, in this case for September, you're going to do the NQU. That's the relevant current contract. Once contract rollover is reached, it will move to the December futures contract. Now, in the case of paper trading, you can go ahead and use this continuous contract here, or you can use the current contract. Let's jump into the current contract. Okay, so we're in the current contract here for September, and you can see I have the live data feed and I'm logged into my paper trading account. Those are the elements that I need in order to be able to take a trade on the NQ futures. Okay, now we're going to open up the order panel in order to be able to take a trade. You come down here to the button that says trade, and that will open up your order panel over here on the right-hand side. Okay, so you have a buy button, a sell button. Pay special attention to the type of order that you want to submit, whether it's a limit order, a stop order, or a market order. A market order is going to be the order that will be immediately placed at the current price in the market. A limit order will be an order set at a specific price that you choose. For demonstration purposes here, we're going to place a market order and we're going to buy right here in the market. So with the market order selected, buy button selected here, you can see the number of units. Units means that it's going to place one contract, okay? If you change this to 2, then it would then place 2 mini contracts into the market. So if we say 1 here, you can see that the data feed is currently live and moving. Then we would be able to place a buy here. So we press buy. And you can see here that it popped up the notices letting you know that it executed the order. This is on your paper trading account. Okay. Now, one thing you may notice is that this lacks any type of take profit or a stop loss. Now, when I went to place the order, you see this button over here that says take profit and stop loss. When you go to send an order, you have the ability to check these boxes, okay, and then set the number of ticks that you want your take profit to be at and your stop loss to be at. The other option you have when paper trading here is the ability to drag down like this your stop loss. So you can set your stop loss here and it tells you how much. It's 50 ticks or $250. And you can now drag up and set a take profit. It says that it is at 33 ticks and $165 in profit should that order be filled. That is how you can set your take profit and your stop loss, either before you place the trade or afterwards by simply clicking and dragging your stop loss and your take profit. Okay, so this was a quick demonstration on how to place a trade for a NASDAQ, which is your NQ E-mini contract. Let's jump over and show you a MNQ example as well. One thing I wanted to show you real quick before we jump into the MNQ or micros example is if you come down here into your accounts panel for your paper trading, you're going to see the active order that you have in the market, the current profit and loss here, and you can see that listed as your P&L. And it's going up and down as the market moves up and down, okay? So any type of orders that you've placed, you will be able to see them down here, as well as be able to go over here into account history. You can see the individual orders that were placed. And in your account history, once the order is completed, whether you've closed it or your take profit or stop loss are hit, the order will appear here in your account history. So if I close this order here, you can see here all of the orders were executed, and it now appears in my account history with a profit of $90. Okay, now to get into a micros example, or MNQ in this case. Come back up here. We're going to search for MNQ. And you can see here that this is the micro E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures. If we expand it out, you're going to see similar options that you saw to the NQ example, except for micros. Micros frequently is just simply, in the naming scheme, it's NQ representing NASDAQ. For micros, it simply tacks an M onto the front of the designation. So now to get into the same contract, but in the micros, we're going to click right here for the September contract. You can see it jumps over into the micros. And then from here, you'll be able to place a trade similarly for a micro. Come down to the trade panel. Once that's expanded, again, you can use a stop order, a limit order, or a market order. In this case, for demonstration purposes, we're going to do a market order. Again, you can change the number of contracts that you want here. So for example, if we want to risk half of what a full mini is, then we would use 5 micros. We can enter in 5 micros. Again, like I had said, you can check take profit and stop loss. So if we want to do 80 ticks for a take profit and a stop loss of 40 ticks, it's going to tell us that with 5 micros, that is $100 of risk. We're going to say that we want to go ahead and buy. And as you can see here, it executed the orders for us, placing in our take profit, our stop loss, and the order of 5 micros. Okay, again, exiting that order, you can close the position using this exit button here. And when you do so, you can come down to your paper trading account here, and you can see that the order is here in your account history, and you can see that it placed all of the appropriate orders to close out that order that was placed that had the take profit and the stop loss on it as well. So it executed the order that you said of closing, which means it closed out all of those orders for you. And then it shows up here in your account history. Now, as I said before, there are many different futures that you can trade. Let's take a quick look at those options. We come up over here to the symbol search. We can clear this out and we can look for specifically futures as the filter. And this will show you here that you have access to the S&P 500 futures, the NASDAQ 100 futures, crude oil, and then you can see here like MES, that's the micro of the S&P 500. You also have the Dow Jones, which would be US 30, gold, as well as many others in here. Bitcoin, for example, natural gas. So there are many different options in here that you can trade, and you should do appropriate research to determine which ones are best for you. But as you can see here, there are many different options that you have in order to start paper trading different instruments in the futures market. Now, in each one of those examples, I showed you something that had a relatively similar dollar value to it. I'm going to show you the S&P since that one has a different dollar value real quick, as well as oil. So you can see that there's a difference when you place a contract into the value of that contract and the individual movement of the market and the difference in that. So if we jump over here into the S&P 500 and we were to similarly come down and place a trade here, we want to buy one contract on the mini, for example. If I buy that, you can see that the increments that it makes are going to be different. So one increment in price is $12.50 as compared to on the NASDAQ where it was a $5 increment. I cover those increments and how to understand a tick versus a point in a earlier module. So if you missed that or want to reference that again, you can quickly jump back to that module and take a look. Let's close out this trade and check out another. Going back up to the search bar here, let's say that we're interested in oil futures. Okay, so we're underneath futures here, oil, you can see that's underneath, instead of CME, that's underneath NYMEX exchange. current futures contract for oil. We come over here. You can see that it's a little bit choppy now because we're late in the day, but similarly, if I want to place an order here, I would be able to place a buy order. I would say buy, and you can see that its increments now are moving in $10 increments for each one of its ticks. Okay, so again, just reiterating that each futures contract has different increments for its ticks and points, and that's something you'll want to be aware of when planning out how you're going to handle your risk. But I can show you a neat tool that's built into TradingView that can help you to appropriately manage your risk and size your positions. Let's get into how to use the position tool next. Okay, now I'm going to use the MNQ to give you an example of placing an order using the position tool. Okay, if I want to place a buy order, I'm going to select the position tool here that allows me to place a long position. I am going to place it where I want to enter into the trade. For example, right here, if I wanted to enter into the trade here, and then I want my take profit up here, and let's say that I want my stop loss to be somewhere right around here. Okay, because price hasn't reached here yet, this is going to place a limit order for me. I can come in here and I can create limit order. That'll create a limit order which places, you see here as limit selected, it will then place the order. I can tell it exactly how much risk I want to make on the account. So let's say that I only want to risk $200 on the account. It will then auto select for me based on where price is and so forth, and my take profit and my stop loss are already set here. It says that I can risk 13 units. So now if I want to execute that order, I can place a buy. Okay, you can see right here when I placed the buy, it was very near price, and price tagged me in already on that order, so it's already executed that trade. It's dipped down. Like I said, I'm now in the order, and it appropriately placed it based on my risk. I told it that I wanted to risk $200, so within that $200, it determined based on my stop loss of 7.5 points that I could risk 13 contracts on that trade. It then calculated and put in the take profit order up here for me as well. So that is an example of how you can use the position tool in order to quickly do the calculations for you if you know the dollar amount that you want to place, but not exactly how many contracts that would be, for example, in micros or minis. You can place the position tool where you want to enter, and then you will be able to use it to calculate out exactly how many contracts you should be using in order to place the trade. Okay, now we're going to do an example here on the ES, which would be a full mini contract because it is the ES, not the MES. And I'm going to show you how to use the position tool to do the exact same thing on a full mini contract. For example, if we wanted to place a long position here, we can place the long position tool here with our stop loss here. Let's say we want to place our take profit here. We come in here and we want to say create limit order, and we tell it that, for example, we can risk $1,000. And it tells us that based on that stop loss size that we can risk 8 contracts to get $1,000. So if we want to buy that, we would then press buy and it will place the order for us. Okay, now the order has been placed here at 8 contracts with your stop loss down here. Again, I had told it $1,000 at current position of price. It said that that was going to be a total of 8 contracts that it could place. And up here, it placed the take profit. So again, that is how you can use the position tool to help aid you in doing calculations. If you know the dollar amount you want to risk, it can do the calculation on the number of contracts that are appropriate for that dollar amount risk to the specific stop loss size that you want to place. And then you can see here that the order is then placed and you have your stop loss and take profit in place. So in TradingView, trading futures is really just that simple. You access the paper trading, you get a data feed, and then once you have your data feed in place, you are able to get in and live trade futures using the paper trading account. And I've shown you how to use the position tool for risk management, how to drag and drop your stop loss around, for example, and your take profit so that you can set those to the appropriate locations where you want, how to use the position tool in order to be able to place your trades here in TradingView with the appropriate number of contracts that you want, depending on your exact risk management parameters. Now, in each one of those examples that I showed you, it placed the order immediately because price was right at where I was placing the order. I want to show you what it looks like when it places a limit order that is not immediately filled, just to be clear on the fact that it is placing a limit order. If I place my order down here saying that I want to place a buy position here, I take profit up here, price is already up here. So if my stop loss is down here, okay, let's say that this is the size of my order. 3 3/4 point stop loss, 5-point take profit. It is going to calculate out how much of an order I can place here. When I say create limit order, you can see here that it's adapted based on saying that I want to risk this much money. Let's say that it's $1,000. Okay. In order to do that, it says that the best that I can do in that case is 5 units of risk, which means 5 mini contracts coming out to this much risk should my position get filled down here. Now again, you can see that price is all the way up here. So in this instance, if I place a buy order, it will simply set a limit at that location, which means that price has to travel back down in order to hit my limit order in order to tag me into the trade. Let me show you how that looks. Okay, so see, when price isn't right where the order is at entry, you're getting in with your limit order. It's not immediately filled. It will sit here until such time as price comes back and tags it, or you cancel the order. But you can see here it placed it with 5 contracts based on the exact amount of money that I told it I was willing to risk. It placed, again, the stop loss down here, where I told it that I wanted my stop loss and my take profit up here. That's how you can use the position tool to your benefit to be able to easily calculate out how much contracts you need to fit with your risk parameters. Now, I hope this demonstration of how to use TradingView in order to trade futures is helpful to you, and you're able to see that it's actually pretty simple. Once you're logged into your paper trading account down here, you have that data feed, and you understand how to navigate around to get to different futures contracts, how to place an order either using the position tool or again over here in the order panel using the market order. You can see that it's pretty simple in order to be able to trade futures in TradingView. I think it's a really great place to start your journey, and I hope this was helpful to you. In this module, we covered where you can demo trade and specifics of how to demo trade in TradingView, but that's not all of the equation. You also need a strategy. In Module 9, we'll discuss futures trading strategies and the trading floor strategies, as well as a demonstration or two. Hi, and welcome to Module 9 of the Trading Floors Futures Trading course. In this module, I'm going to show you futures trading with the TTF strategies and a little bit of price action too, just to show you that futures markets and the instruments available to trade there are very, very similar to the mirroring CFDs like NAS 100 or gold or other examples like that. I'm going to show you that they're very similar and that the same strategies that you're used to trading work in futures too. Let's dive in. Now here on the left-hand side of the chart, I have the E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures contract, okay? And on the right-hand side here, I have the US NAS 100 OANDA. I want you to compare these and see that they are incredibly similar in their price movements. That should give you a great reassurance that because the price movements are very similar, the same things that you're used to seeing in TTF for their back-tested strategies on, for example, OANDA and trading the NASDAQ, okay? It's going to be incredibly similar in the signals that you should receive from the indicators that have been back-tested there. The same exact strategies that you're used to seeing in other markets, you should be able to trade very similarly in futures. Now, this type of comparison should be something that you do for any of the different futures instruments that you're interested in trading. Do a quick side-by-side comparison with a typical broker, for example, Onda, and the futures instrument that you're interested in trading and see how similar or dissimilar price movements are. In the instance of some of the futures instruments that don't have a lot of volume, they're not going to necessarily mirror the exact movement as similarly. They may be a bit more choppy. That's just something to be very aware of when you go to trade futures markets. Things that have higher volume are going to be your indices like the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ. Those have a lot of volume traded in futures, as well as, for example, oil, natural gas, things like that. Those have a lot of volume, which means that the movements should be very, very similar. And you should see that they have enough liquidity that you can get entered into them very easily and exit out of them as well very easily. And that's another important factor when trading futures. Again, that's just some examples. And as you can see, again, this should give you pretty good reassurance here with these market movements being very, very similar. The same strategies that you expect to trade, for example, like Happy Trail, are going to work very similarly as they do on the CFD, as they do in the futures market. Now I'm going to add a TTF indicator, Happy Trail, to each one of these markets so that you can see side by side that they give very similar signals. Come up to indicators, come over to invite only script, add Happy Trail, allow signal repeating, apply. Now that added Happy Trail over here on the left. To add it on the right, I'm going to do the exact same thing, except with the right-hand pane selected. Okay, now you can see them side by side.
You just made a great decision, and I'm going to save you a little bit of time. You just made a great decision, and I'm going to save you a little bit of time. Here's a 30-second rundown of everything.
If I zoom in here, you can see that we have the same signals printing for Happy Trail, both in the CFD here on the right and in the futures instrument NQ on the left-hand side here. So as you can see, the same strategy that you're expecting to trade for Happy Trail, you're going to be able to trade in futures as well. Let me show you another example. If we remove Happy Trail and we add in, for example, DeLorean. Here's DeLorean added on the left-hand side. Now if we add it to the CFD on the right, again, you're going to see very, very similar signals printed between the futures on the left-hand side here and the CFD on the right-hand side. Again, the same strategies that you expect to be able to trade, especially as it applies to the CFD, like NASDAQ 100 here, US 100, and the NQ, are going to be very similar in how they respond. And similarly, the back testing that you expect to be available to you is going to mirror very similar trades between the two of these, okay? So I just want to give you that reassurance. Now, one that's going to be dissimilar a bit is going to be your Forex markets. Though you can trade those in futures, there's a lot less volume, so that things aren't going to look quite exactly the same. And that's where you're going to need to do and pay special attention to doing your own back testing for those. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps and gives you a reassurance that these strategies do work here. I'm going to give you an example here as well for a price action example, as well as do a little bit of bar replay. Let's get into that next. Now here I want to give you an example of using DeLorean trading the NASDAQ or the NQ futures. Okay, so this was today's price action as of the recording. And I've turned on a few of the bells and whistles here within the DeLorean indicator. I have turned on the range filters. That is the green and red coloring that you see here. You have the lightning bolts that are part of DeLorean. These are the signals for entering a trade. I've also turned on a couple moving averages. This is the 144 that is also used within the DeLorean for filtering out possible signals, where you're looking for price to be below if you want to take a short or above if you want to take a long trade, as well as the 50 moving average, which can be a great confluence for helping you to see where the market is potentially turning over as it starts to go in an upward direction here. You can do a little bit of additional analysis to try to create good trades using the different TTF strategies. I just want to give you one example here. Here the market has been moving down and we get a deeper pullback. If you understand a little bit about market structure, you could see that potentially this was a break in structure, at least on this lower time frame being the 1 minute here. This then creates a higher high, as opposed to if it had stayed below here, which would then be a lower high if it had then came and made a new lower low. But because it made a higher high, we have a potential what's called of a change in market direction. Okay, so now what we get here when price pulls back down here, we then get a double bottom. That is a price action pattern. Okay, so this being the two parts of the double bottom. Things like this can really enhance the different trades that you take using the TTF indicators. So using a little bit of price action and a little bit of market structure, we can see that we have the potential that the market is actually changing direction. And that can help us to understand and to filter out some of the trades that we take. For example, here, we probably don't want to take a short if we believe that the market is actually changing direction. And if you're one who likes to take different patterns like double bottoms, you can see that we've got the beginnings of the W pattern here. Down, up, down, and then up right here. Okay, so if we understand that those are some confluences that we can use, prices move down and we've hit a level of support forming a double bottom and price is now moving out of it, we would be looking to take signals that are in the long direction. A trade that you might be interested in taking is where we have created this market structure where we've got this higher high and then we didn't put in a new lower low. We've got a potential here for a new lower high, okay, because it's part of this double bottom. As we break out over here, you can see that price has come down and then we've again on the lower time frame, we've broken market structure here and we're creating a new lower high, okay? Now, market structure is very fractal, which means that you're going to see these patterns, doesn't matter the time frame that you're on. I'm, for example, showing you the 1 minute, but if you were to move into the higher time frames, you'll see those same patterns, double tops, double bottoms, same market structure, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, and lower lows. All of those things repeat, and they're a wonderful skill and analysis element that you can add to your trading to help you build confluence for taking trades. I want to give you a couple of example trades here that you could take. As price has moved down, you see this double bottom and price has expanded away. You have a potential signal here with DeLorean that you could take. You will then need to determine where you want to put your stop loss. Now, as a trader, I use certain confluences as well from the SMC world, such as looking at imbalances. But presuming that that's not something that you're using, you would place your stop loss here below the nearest low. Okay, and then you might be looking to, for example, get 1.5 R off of the trade, whatever it is that you use for your trading. Okay, so that would be a potential signal that you could take when trading DeLorean, as it has created this double bottom and has pushed away, and we are now trading above the moving average, and you get a signal. But let's say that that isn't the signal that you want to take. You want to wait for additional confirmation, such as a new lower high to be formed. Now that you've had price move up here and you've gotten a higher high, it then pulls back here and you're waiting to see if price continues in the upward direction. It does continue in the upward direction and you get a new signal here where the range filters are green. You have your 50 EMA pushing up and price is closed above the 144 EMA. You get a DeLorean signal. Place your stop loss, for example, below the most recent low, and you may target, for example, 1.5, and there you have a trade. Okay, so that's just an example of being able to have these same TTF indicators that you're trading in the futures markets. This is again, an NQ, which is the NASDAQ. So that would be the US 100 or the NAS 100 if you're trading the CFD. Again, these indicators do work here in the futures market, and I hope that reassures you and as well as interests you that futures may be the way that you want to trade as well. I'll give one more example showing Happy Trail. And because many may wonder if I was cherry picking examples there, I wanted to zoom out and show you that as the moving averages continue and the price continues to make higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, the DeLorean continues to produce signals along the way, giving you opportunities to enter into a upward trending market in this case. Now, again, not wanting to show that I had cherry picked an example, that one with the larger stop loss that I had showed you, and then I followed it up with the second trade. I just want to show you that that trade did not get stopped out, and it was a potentially winning signal here. It came up very close to the 1.5 near the end of the market session. And you can see that you would potentially either still be in the trade, or if you're somebody who doesn't want to hold overnight, again, that's not advised. None of the prop firms allow you to hold your trades in futures overnight. So you would have just exited near the end of the session and taken it as the win that it is. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you an example of Happy Trail on the NASDAQ NQ futures market. Okay, so here you see it's NASDAQ futures, NQ, and then we have Happy Trail added in here. For this example, I went ahead and selected Happy Trail on case 3 with the higher time frame being the 15-minute, showing you similar to I did on DeLorean. This is on the 1-minute time frame. Okay, now case 3 uses that higher time frame to help filter out some of the trades that it gives. So let's take a look at what we have here. Okay, so this is going to be, for example, September 7th. This is during London session. This chart is set into New York time UTC -4. Okay. So doing just a little bit of explanation and analysis here of what we have in front of us, we can see that we're going to get some great signals using Happy Trail. Okay, so just using basic market structure, if we treat this like the last upward bullish move in price, then what we're interested in is when this low is broken over here, that we may have a shift in the market's direction. Okay, the nice thing is that what Happy Trail is doing for you is it's saying, hey, we're only in a bullish direction right here. Take trades in that direction, okay? But for example, if you come into the market over here and you've seen that this last shift in price in the bullish direction has been broken and you say, oh, no, now I might have a change in the market direction. Okay, now I'm not interested in potentially taking trades until I have a confirmation from Happy Trail that we are now shifted into a bullish direction, but you can use just a little bit of analysis to help confirm that. For example, with this higher low having been broken here, okay, so if we said this is our higher low, this is our higher high, when this is broken right over here, we have a potential, like I said, change in the market direction. Price moves down. This potentially gives us a new lower low. This being the previous lower high in that instance. When price pulls back, we get a new lower high, not having broken structure provided by here. Again, TTF has a wonderful video on how to understand market structure and the fact that all of this happens in a fractal nature. It's on many different time frames. But again, if we just follow that along, we get a new lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so knowing that, we have this first indication if you use just a little bit of basic market structure to understand that you have a potential change in direction. The nice thing is, again, like I said, with Happy Trail, again, this will be the same whether you're looking at CFD or over here in the futures market. You're going to see that it stops printing signals along the way as price moves in a very bearish direction. And then it doesn't start printing signals again until you get that higher time frame confirmation. So if the market is shifting direction, now we're just sitting and waiting. Oh, hey, we get a signal right here, okay? Because now what we're getting is it's saying, hello, the higher time frame is confirming here in Happy Trail that we're shifting to a bearish market direction. And we're now interested in bearish trades. Okay, so if we get this indication that we have a trade potential in the bearish direction, now we're going to be looking for trades. We get our lower high, price moves down, and we get this Happy Trail signal right here. And we're into the trade, and we want to take it to, say, 1.5. Okay, you can see that we got a signal, and then continuing in the bearish direction, we get another signal here. Again, this is on the futures market in Q. I'm just giving you an example of Happy Trail, and I give you that example of DeLorean, how the same trades that you're expecting to be able to take, again, in the CFD like Oanda, you will see here in the futures market. And you can get very viable signals using Happy Trail, especially using a little bit of additional confluences. You could use EMAs, or you can use market structure, a little bit of analysis, price action analysis works really well with this, as Christy has shown many times, using support and resistance. But again, using case 3 as an example here, you can see where it was giving you bullish signals. Market structure is shifting. Now we're in a bearish trending direction. So now it's just giving you the signals in that bearish direction until such time as we get to today. Okay, so again, this was in London session ahead of what I showed you with DeLorean. Now this is the same area that I was sharing the DeLorean signals with you, and you can see here where we get market that impulsively shifts direction and we get a potential break in market structure here. We are still getting bearish signals, but that is a confluence you can use in order to further enhance your trading, things like understanding market structure. So again, we would be waiting for the bullish signals as the market shifts direction. Again, you're getting that confirmation from Happy Trail that you're looking for bullish signals, okay? Now, Happy Trail has many different settings available in it now that you have all these different cases. TTF has videos on how to trade Happy Trail or how to trade brute force or any of those. So whatever you're interested in, you can bring it over here into the futures market and see how it works there as well. And do your own back testing, confirm that it is giving you similar signals, what your win rate would be here in the futures market on different time frames, that type of thing. The same due diligence that you would do no matter what you're trading and what market you choose, same thing you would do here in the futures market. So again, let me show you case 1. So if I turn off case 3, we get a lot more signals when using case 1. So similar to that trade that I showed you in DeLorean where it was coming above the EMAs here, this is the similar signal from Happy Trail right here that would give you a long trade. Again, if you were to use the same price action signals where you have a double bottom here, okay, and you've had that potential market structure shift in direction here and here, you're getting that indication that the market is potentially shifting its direction, and then you can start to take signals that are in the trend direction that you believe the market is going, okay? I hope that makes sense. I hope that gives you guys some great ideas of how you can potentially use the same indicators that you're interested in trading with or that you've already developed out your strategy for. You can bring them over into the futures market and trade similarly here. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this demonstration of the different TTF indicators here in the futures market really helps to give you some ideas of what you can do. Thanks for joining me.